I never imagined I would be the kind of man who tells his story to strangers on the internet. But here I am, trying to make sense of a love I thought would last forever, a love I was ready to build a life around, and a heartbreak that took everything out of me. This happened 2 years ago, yet it still feels like yesterday. Her name was Emily, and this is the story of how I proposed to the woman I loved and how she walked away from me the very same night. It still hurts to say it out loud. We met when we were both in college. I was studying engineering, she was studying art. She had that kind of presence where the room felt lighter when she walked in. Not because she was loud or attention-seeking, but because she was gentle, warm, like sunlight through a window on a quiet morning. We sat next to each other during a mandatory elective class. I remember the first time she smiled at me. It wasn't flirty, it was kind, real. The kind of smile that disarms you. We started walking home together after class, then late-night conversations, then falling asleep on calls. Bit by bit, she became my home. She would draw while I studied. I'd look up sometimes and find her smiling at me, like she was trying to memorize my face. She told me once, "You feel safe." And I held onto those words like they were everything. We were together for 4 years. 4 whole years of shared birthdays, holidays, and dreams. We talked about marriage openly. She even showed me what kind of ring she liked. Simple, silver, with a small emerald. I thought we were building the same future. I truly did. But in our last year together, something was different. Her messages got shorter, her tone colder. She stopped laughing at my jokes, stopped reaching for my hand. At first, I thought it was stress. She was graduating, trying to build her art portfolio and apply for internships. I tried to support her, cooked for her, listened, gave her space when she said she needed it. But the space kept growing, and I couldn't reach her anymore. I asked her one night if something was wrong. She just said, "I don't know. I just feel distant from everything." I didn't know how to respond. I didn't want to push. I thought loving her meant waiting for her to come back on her own. What I didn't know was that someone else was already there to catch her. I proposed on our 4-year anniversary. I took her to the little hill outside the city, the one where we used to watch sunsets. I got the ring she always wanted. My hands were shaking the whole time. When I asked her to marry me, there was silence. Not the surprised, overwhelmed kind, the heavy kind. The kind where your stomach drops before anything is even said. She said, "I can't." Just like that. No hesitation, no tears. I remember I couldn't even speak. I just stared at her. Like if I didn't move, maybe reality wouldn't settle. She looked away and said, "There's someone else." And I swear, my heart didn't just break, it collapsed. She told me they met while working on an art project, that it just happened, that she didn't mean for it to, that she didn't want to hurt me. But she already had. I didn't yell, didn't cry in front of her. I just nodded, put the ring back in my pocket, and drove her home in silence. The worst part wasn't losing her. It was losing the version of myself that existed only with her. The one who believed in happy endings, the one who believed love could withstand anything. Nights were the hardest, because silence is loud when someone is missing. I kept checking my phone, hoping maybe she would message, say she made a mistake, say she wanted to try again. But she didn't. I saw pictures of them together 2 months later. She looked happy. Really happy. The kind of happy she hadn't looked with me for a long time. And I realized something painful. She didn't leave after the proposal. She left a long time before that. Her heart just stayed behind for a while. It took me a long time to stop blaming myself, to stop wondering if I wasn't enough, if I should have noticed sooner, if I should have held tighter, or let go earlier. But love isn't something you can force, and sometimes the person you want to spend forever with is only meant to stay for a chapter. I still believe in love, just not the same way I used to. I believe love can be beautiful and temporary, real, and still not meant to last. She left right after I proposed, but in a way, that's when I finally learned how to stand on my own. Thank you for listening.